What's up, everybody? Wait for some people to get in here. I don't know why that took me so long to set up. Testing. Cool. All right, let's see. Zoom this in. What's going on, everybody? Just give me a second here. This was giving me a problem. Just want to make sure it's working. All right, awesome. All right, welcome. It's been a while. So today, I'm going to be shading in some of this Halloween themed tattoo flash. We got some spiders up in the corners. We got a spider with an eye, a skull candle, a skull pumpkin, and a pumpkin spice latte. And I think I'm going to just do a black shading. I think I might just leave it black and gray, to be honest with you. I feel like Halloween flash is usually darker. Maybe I'll put some color. But honestly, I don't want to overcomplicate it. I've been just really liking black and gray flash. All right. Here's the pencil I'm using. Let's see. Faber-Castell. I really like these colored pencils. I think they do a really nice job at getting good gradients and stuff like that. All right, let me make sure on YouTube that we're live. I was having trouble with this streaming software a second ago. It took me like 3 times to get this live. Okay, cool. We are live. So in the title, I was talking about AI art and music. And obviously, a lot of people are very against AI. I agree. I think it's a good tool in certain circumstances, but at the end of the day, I think it's going to do a lot of damage, especially for the creative field. I found this band on TikTok, and I was like, oh, wow, this song is really sick. And then I looked up the band on Spotify, and it's an AI band. Like, there's no real people in it. And the whole thing is just made with AI, which I didn't know how to feel about that, and I still don't know how to feel about it, because it's like the songs that I heard were sick. And I liked it. But at the same time, it's like, I want a human element in my music, number one. Number two, that's then going to be taking from actual human musicians. And it kind of just cheapens the whole experience, which I think in music, TV, movies, and art in general, I think in the last 10 years we've become very commercialized, which is unfortunate. And I don't know, it just kind of bums me out. And I think eventually it's going to be on the radio is just going to be AI music. And I think music connoisseurs will be like, oh, I want to listen to real human music. And it's going to become like, I don't know, like how breweries are now, like a micro brewery or whatever, to where they make the beer there and you get to see it. It's like a thing, and people become more so connoisseurs. And then there will be like the general population, which will just be the consumers. And all those people are going to be consuming AI art, AI TV, AI music. I don't know. Maybe not though. We'll see. But I think the general population doesn't care. I know that artists get really riled up about it, and rightfully so. Is this camera angle and lighting good for everybody? Let me know if you want me to move it around, or even the microphone, if it's too loud or whatever, let me know. I haven't gone live on here. I want to say it's been almost 6 months. I've been busy. I think it's funny. Anytime I do art on paper or canvas, I feel like I get more nervous than when I'm actually tattooing people. Like in my head, this is more permanent or something like that. Like when I'm tattooing, I feel like I don't have to think. I feel like with this, it's like I have to really have some type of critical thinking and decision making, which is kind of funny. Colored outside the lines. So feel free to ask questions, guys. I'm just kind of sitting here about anything. I don't really care. It doesn't have to be about art or AI. I just kind of put that in the title because I think a lot of people are interested. And for anybody joining in now, we're working on these Halloween themed flash, and I stained this paper with coffee. I don't know if it's coming through on the camera too much, but it gives it a nice look opposed to it just being straight white. I think it gives it a better look overall. All right, we got one spider done in the corner. A few more to go. All right, let me grab a drink real fast. Be right back. Oh my gosh. Cold coffee. It's the best. All right, let's see. I forgot to post this to my Instagram that I'm going live. And I'm going to do that right now. Oh. All right. Let's see. Did that go on? Feel free to ask questions, guys. I'm just sitting here in the quiet by myself. All right, cool. There we go. Making sure it's on my Instagram story. We're good. Let's see. Where should we go next? Should we go Skull Pumpkin or the Spider? I feel like I should do the Spider first. Get it over with. It's more complex. We're going Spider. There we go. I gotta change this song. It's making me fall asleep. Who's at my front door? So what's up, everybody? I kind of zoned out there for a while. How's everybody doing today? Oh my gosh. Are you guys getting any Halloween themed tattoos or doing any Halloween themed tattoos? I put up a post on Facebook the other day, like, nobody gets other holiday tattoos, like a Christmas tattoo or an Easter tattoo, like 4th of July or anything like that. Like, everything, any type of like holiday tattoo that I've ever done has been Halloween. Which I understand, the imagery is way cooler. Like, not very many people want to get a Santa tattoo. For anybody just joining, we're working on this flash sheet. We got 2 spiders in the corners, pumpkin skulls, a skeleton key, a melting skull candle, and a pumpkin spice latte. Whoops. I'm messing things up on my computer. Hold on. There we go. I hate when I first sharpen my pencil. I feel like I don't get the best gradients with it. I like it a little dull, but not too dull, because then I color outside the lines like an idiot. Is anybody in the Nashville area? I'm gonna say in January sometime I'm gonna be tattooing down there. I want to book out sometime. I might be down there for about a week. So if you guys are in that area and you want to get tattooed by me, that would be sick. We can do whatever kind of style. Traditional like this. I do a lot of black and gray as well. Color, I mean, I really don't care. We could do an infinity symbol if you want, to be honest with you. I honestly haven't done an infinity symbol in probably like 4 years. I don't want to do anymore, but I will do one for you if you want. I love Halloween Flash. I'm currently working on a few sheets of Halloween Flash myself. 25 years tattooing, and I'm still learning and improving. Mike, what's up, dude? And I agree, dude. I don't know if you were in here when I showed the whole sheet, but this is what I'm working on. I think if you're not still learning and improving, then you're doing something wrong. I agree with that. I think within the last 2.5 years, I've learned more. Like, I feel like I've been learning more. I'm more of in like a growing stage. I think maybe the couple years before the last 2.5 years. I don't know why I'm saying that so weird. I think I was more in a little bit of a stagnant stage. I think I was just like tattooing and not really working on any of my art because I was so busy tattooing I didn't have time to do anything like this. And now I've been making time to do it, and I feel like I'm just learning so much more. Do you have an Instagram, Mike? I could pull it up. I'll show everybody on stream what your flash is looking like. Even if you want to send me a message with the flash you're working on, we could share with the class. My Instagram is right there if you want to send it. This playlist is not great. I need to change this. Actually, not just Mike. If anybody wants to share their artwork and you want me to put it on stream, send it to my Instagram. And I'll share whatever you send to me. Just like YouTube appropriate. I don't really want to get in trouble, obviously. Alright, let me go change this playlist. This is driving me nuts. I'll zoom out a minute so everybody can see what we're doing. 1 second. Okay. Some of these playlists are hilarious. Streetwear, extreme sports, lo-fi Christmas beats. I don't know, we'll do this one. If it sucks, we'll do a different one. This playlist also sucks. I could already tell. We're changing it. '70s club scene. Let's listen to that funk. Well, at least that's a change of pace. Whoop. Sounds like Mario Kart music. Which is A-okay with me, but... Good morning, Justin. What's up, dude? What are you up to today? Thanks, dude. I don't know if you saw all of them, if you just joined in. That's what we're working on. We already got the spider done up top. That's where we're headed. And this is also all stained with coffee, too. I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but give that a try today. Flash sheet, most look like you would use a 7 or 9. I agree. I'd probably use a 7 for all these. Maybe a 9 for this guy, and that guy. But everything else at this size, I would probably say a 7. Unless you got a bigger, but at these sizes. I feel like the 7's where I start out at. Like I try to design things to tattoo them with a 7. Unless it's like something big. Like a back piece or something like that. Where do you tattoo out of, Justin? Give yourself a shout out. Where are you from? Yeah, I'm about the same. Most of my designs I use a 7 or a 9 for flash. I tattoo on fake skin or myself because I'm not in a shop in Wisconsin. Nice. That's cool. Are you like trying to find an apprenticeship or anything like that? Or are you just kind of messing around a little bit? I've messed up. In Wisconsin, you have to be in a shop to get your license, and I can't afford to do an apprenticeship anymore because of home responsibilities. I pay bills. Would love to get my license. Yeah, dude, that's tough. I was just talking to somebody here the other day. They're like 35 or 36, and they want to start tattooing, but like they have a full-time job, they have a kid. So it's like, it's really difficult to start tattooing unless you start it when you have like no responsibilities or family. That's tough. I'm 37. It's very hard nowadays unless a shop is willing to work with me during weekends. Yeah, that's tough too. Especially a shop, well, at least for me, like, it's hard to take a chance on somebody, especially if you don't know them. Like, if you're friends with them, that's a little bit different, to where they know you and they're, like, willing to deal with that, but that's tough just coming in as a fresh person. Like, will it be worth their time, you know? I'm on channel on my lives and shorts about tattooing. Nice, dude. I don't know if I can click on that here because I don't want to like exit out of the live page. But I will check it out when I get off of this. I just have to remember, which is the difficult thing. That's cool though, dude. If you could find a shop to get into and they'll work with you, And that's great because learning on your own is, I mean, even with all the information out there, it's like you're going to pick up bad habits and you're not going to do it right. And then, you know. What's up, Irish Gip? What's going on, dude? I saw you're getting a decent amount of subscribers. I just watched one of your videos the other day. I think you had like 12,000 subscribers. That's sick. How long did it take you to get to that many? Not like me, but getting there. Dude, it took me so freaking long to build this channel up. 3 months. Dude, that's sick. That's great. That's not long at all. Felt like an eternity. It is, dude, it's hard to find an audience, especially like now. There's so many people trying to put videos out and grow an audience, and it's difficult to do. But I mean, 3 months, 12,000 subscribers, that's great. You'll be passing me, dude. It took me like, well, I wasn't #1 consistent in the beginning, but it took me like 2 years to get to that. And I mean, honestly, too, my videos absolutely sucked at that point, but I have no other social media, just YouTube. Nice. My shorts get more views than my lives. Yeah, shorts, and it seems like that's what they want to push. It's funny, like, with the amount of people that are subscribed to my channel, YouTube doesn't seem to present my content to like even 1% of them. Like, how many people are in here right now? Let's see. There's 7 people in here right now, which I understand not everybody's gonna watch a live, obviously, but I mean, having 100 and whatever thousand people and only 7 people are joining, I feel like YouTube just doesn't show certain people, or maybe they're just not active on YouTube anymore or something like that. I don't know. But even when I like post videos, like a very small amount of people will see them. I don't understand why. But the shorts get presented to a ton of people very quickly. So I think honestly they're trying to move in a direction to where they push the shorts more because people like that like TikTok kind of style. So I get that, but it is frustrating when you're making videos that are long form and they take longer and you put more care into them, and then it's like 100 views. And then you put up some stupid short that's 12 seconds long and you get over 100,000 views within a day or something stupid. To be honest, I wasn't 100% into you till about 3 months ago. Been on YouTube for years, though. Nice. Well, you didn't find me till 3 months ago, or you didn't like me till 3 months ago? I make where things are set. to all notifications. Yeah, I don't think I have notifications set up for anything just because my phone would go off too much. I have a shirt that reached 750,000 golfer discs. Oh, dude, that's sick. My history views have only been about 600 on my machine reviews. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's just a lot of people doing that kind of content now, so it's kind of hard to grab people's attention. Like, I've been doing the reviews for, I don't know, like 6 years, 7 years now. And when I started doing it, there wasn't, I think it was like me and 2 other guys that were doing it, and now it's like everybody does. So it's definitely difficult to capture as much attention with those types of videos. Or maybe people's attention are just shifting to something different. I don't know. It's funny how the internet and all these different algorithms work. I did one on the Inclaw Black Tortoise, which is a rotary hybrid coil machine. Huh. I never heard of that one. Black Tortoise. Is it a pen or is it like a Dan Cuban kind of Sidewinder thing? Dan Cuban machine, yeah. Everybody makes a machine like that now. How did you like it? Did you enjoy using it? Or does it take a little bit of like tweaking to make it not spit and work well? Because my experience with the Dan Cuban 46er, I believe it was called, is it takes a lot of tweaking to kind of get it to where you want it to be. And then once you get it, it's cool. But I feel like the first like 10 times I set that machine up, it was just spitting so much. Even if I opened up the eye loop or whatever you want to call it on the needle bar, I was doing all the different things that he said in his videos to do, but I just kept getting it to spit and spit and spit. But people love those machines. My 2 favorite machines are my Inclaw and my Critical Torque. You know, I really like the Critical Torque for just like a direct drive pen style machine. That's really just all I use for color packing. That's really the only machine that I use. It hits really well. I know a lot of people that said that it died on them quickly, but I've had mine for a couple of years now and it still works great. I think it's just kind of a toss-up with those rotary motors sometimes. It's just luck of the draw whether or not they die on you. I've only ever had one pen die on me, and that was the Axis Valhalla. There was some type of like issue with the bearing on the inside or something like that. I sent it back and they fixed it, but that was the only rotary that's ever died on me. I'm lying. Never mind. My very first rotary did. And what was that name? It was this cheap... What the hell was it? The Diablo Swiss. I had that thing like 10 years ago. That thing died on me. But they fixed it too. Those are the 2 rotaries that died on me. Nothing else has. Fractured my hand on the bathroom remodel. Oh, dude, that sucks. That really sucks. How long until it's healed? Justin says, I love the versatility that the Critical 4.2 does. Great lines and personally shades. Usually get about 10 hours on the battery. Yeah, those batteries are killer. I love those batteries. They're kind of silly with like the giant screen. I don't know. With the technology in tattoo machines now, it's kind of funny. But I like them a lot. They work really well. And Irish, I almost broke my wrist the other day too. I've been going to a boxing gym, and we were doing like some jujitsu, and this big guy I was rolling with, I was like on his side with my hand, but my wrist was like this, and he went to roll this way, and my hand got pinned between him and the floor, and I was like, huh! And I like pushed this way as hard as I could, and thank God I did, because I probably would have broke it backwards, but from now on I know to tuck my hand. I'm really glad I didn't break my wrist though, and it was my right hand too. Haven't been to the ER, dude. You should totally get that fixed. Wife tells me to go, but with a cast can't work, so just wrapping it up tight. Jeez, that's crazy. What if it heals weird though? And then you have like a hard time moving your wrist. You should get at least try to get an x-ray. I'm also not a doctor, so I don't know how things like that work. I broke this thumb probably, what was it? Maybe like 13 years ago. But I was skateboarding, and I just like kicked my skateboard up to grab it with this hand. And I didn't grab it fast enough because I was like looking at somebody while I did it. And my thumb came back and literally touched my wrist. It was disgusting. It hurt so bad. And all I heard was like a big pop, and my hand was just on fire. But I have zero issues with grip or anything. I didn't go to get it x-rayed or anything. I just kind of dealt with it. And it probably took me a year to get strength back just to do this. But at the time I wasn't tattooing full time, so it didn't really matter. So I understand not wanting to go to the hospital. I forgot to shade this part. So maybe your wrist will heal stronger, because my finger healed really solid. It doesn't hurt anymore, thankfully. Alright, I guess we're going to the pumpkin skull. Meow. Is that in focus? Yes. This music is so goofy. Alright. Pumpkin skull time. Is this in focus? It's hard to tell on the computer. It gets pixelated. Let's see. When you do outlines on paper, are you using micro pens that have a different size boldness? Yes. I mean, they're Micron, like, type pens, but they're these, like, cheap ones, Ledo. I like to either use the number 1 or the 8. This is the 8. One's a little bit thicker. Shading is on point. Thank you. I appreciate it. I really like these pencils. These Faber-Castell colored pencils. I have all the colors, but honestly, I just like the black. I like the look that it gives. Telling me my shading's on point and I just went outside the line. I will still accept a compliment. It's only a little outside the line, let's be honest. It's a little spot right there. No, it's fine. Can I zoom this in anymore? No. Would your shading be more on the neo trad or traditional for rules? I don't know. I guess that's more neo traditional. Dude, I totally forgot to finish the eye and the spider. Perfect. All right, let's finish this before we move on. I think it goes back and forth. I feel like this is more neo traditional than traditional. But I try to keep it as simple as I can because I like the way it looks. But honestly, I'm not entirely sure where the line is between the two, so... I feel like coming from more of like a black and gray, like, not realism, but trying to get more of a texture and realistic look in my black and gray, I feel like I tend to go towards the more neo-traditional because I'll put more detail than in a traditional piece would be. Or I'll go a little bit more wild with the shading, try to be a little bit more, not realistic, but give it more stuff. Give it a little bit more than just a flat traditional piece. But I like regular traditional though. What about you? What do you gravitate more towards with your flash? Traditional or neo-traditional or something else? Okay, now that one's done. Before it was not done. Now it is. How long have you been tattooing? Me or Justin? I've been tattooing a total of 16 years now, going on 17. But full time, I just hit 10 years. When I first started, it was more so me being drunk at parties and tattooing my friends without knowing what I was doing. And then I got an apprenticeship once I got sober. And I took it more seriously, and yeah, I just hit 10 years full time. I don't know the exact date, but I know it was right before the birth of my son. And he's turning 10 next month, so. Which is crazy to think that he's turning 10. But I was talking about it earlier. I don't know if you were in here. I feel like the last maybe 2 years, I've learned more about tattooing, and I feel like I've progressed more as a tattooer than I have in a long time, which is kind of funny. My kids are in their 20s. Nice. I have one that is 23. She's technically my stepdaughter, but she's my kid. Not by blood, but she's my kid still. She actually just got engaged, which is crazy. And her boyfriend, now fiance, asked me for permission to marry her, which was an interesting experience. I don't like emotion. I'm not a very emotional guy. I like to avoid as much emotion as possible. But obviously that's more of an emotional thing. And I'm very happy for them. They're very happy together. He's a good guy. So that's all I can ask for her. How many kids do you have? Awesome, and congrats to her. Thank you. Justin, you have kids? I don't remember if you told me that earlier or not. Four kids total, two stepgirls, but they're my daughters. Yeah, dude. Like I have two stepdaughters, but like that, I don't know. At first, it's difficult because you're trying not to be like step in and replace their dad. I just want to, be there for them as much as possible. But then eventually, there's really no differentiation between your blood kid and your step kid. It's just, I've been around them for a long time now. I don't see it any different. I have a 5-year-old daughter, and my son on the way is almost 3 months pregnant. Congratulations. Do you know if it's a boy or girl? I don't know how long you have to wait to know about if it's a boy or a girl. It's been a long time since I had a kid, so it's kind of hard to remember all those like milestones. I feel like this music is like Boscov's shopping music. That's what it reminds me of. They do the special test to find out the sex now in like the first month. Oh, really? I feel like we had to wait like a couple months. Maybe that's like new. Did you do that, the 3D thing where you get to see the kid's face pretty much? It's like the 3D ultrasound. That was pretty cool. Not yet. Well, if you get the chance, I definitely recommend it. It's kind of cool because after you have the kid and then you look at that like picture that they give you, it really looks like them. So you kind of get a preview of what your kid's gonna look like. It's weird. Are you doing color? I don't think so. I think I'm just going to keep it black and gray. Getting there, though. Kellyanne Kenny, you sound cute. That's my wife. I'm not being creepy. To everybody else that's here, that's my wife. I'm not trying to hit on random people. As soon as that came out of my mouth, I was like, oh boy, I shouldn't say that. Without any context. Why is this not focusing right here? Alright, there we go. Love the black and gray. I am also pretty cute. Pretty and cute. Yes. I would agree. I'm not marrying no heifer. Maybe I shouldn't say that either. Heifers need love too. The spider eye is sweet. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Don't get yourself put in the doghouse. Bro, we don't even have a dog, but she'll probably build one just for me. This is where you live now. I'd make you build it and then you can live in it. You know that I would enjoy building that and then living in it. It wouldn't really be much of a punishment. It would be more so like, oh, sick, I made this awesome clubhouse. And it's quiet here. Ooh, we got some fire engines going on outside. What's going on? I gotta figure out how to make this camera for lives more mobile, so I can like kind of take you guys around the shop like a fire engine went down the street, and that was sick. I wish you guys saw that. But it's like set up on a tripod, and I feel like if I move it, I'm gonna have to rearrange it, and I don't really want to do that. Use my phone for shooting videos. Dude, I have been too. It's just as good as quality normally, unless I want to do more of like a cinematic look, but it doesn't take as much time or as much space. Like, I have a fancy camera just because I'm like a camera nerd, and I was before I even started doing this. But I have been shooting more stuff on my iPhone. It's just for these lives, I want them to be more quality, so I like hook it into my computer and whatnot. Because I tried to do this with an iPhone once, and it was just a little too grainy. Like for TikTok live, for me, it's okay. Just because it gets deleted. But for YouTube, the lives live there forever as an actual video, so I would rather them be like as high quality as I can make them. I'm gonna change this playlist. It's driving me nuts. Let me zoom this out so people can see what's happening. I'll be right back. I have a folder for so it uses 12 megapixel camera. Nice. Every time I zoom all the way in, it seems like, there we go. Seems like it like hops in and out of focus. Is it looking blurry for you guys, or is that just my computer? Looks good on this end. Okay, cool. Yeah, if it ever like is going in and out of focus or anything like that, let me know so I could fix it. So what else is going on with you guys? Getting ready for Christmas already. That's what we've been doing. Starting to think about that, which is insane. Also, I mentioned this earlier. I don't know if everybody was in here, but I will be tattooing in Nashville. Probably in January at some point. So if you guys are around there and you want to come out and get tattooed, keep that in mind. Because I want to try to book the time that I'm down there so I don't have to like wait around for walk-ins or whatever. I mean, I'm down with walk-ins. It's just if I'm, on a trip, I would rather not sit around. I'd rather just work if I'm there. So I'm going to try to book it out and then go do cool stuff when I'm not there working. I was just talking last night with one of the guys from Element Tattoo Supply, Bobby. They have a new storefront and warehouse kind of thing going on, and I guess they have an area for people to come and do guest spots, so I'm gonna go over there. It'll be a good time. Trying to survive a little tight spot on money and driving an hour for work isn't helping too much. Paying most of my bills, but still in a hole every paycheck. Dude, the economy has been awful. It's crazy how expensive things got over the last year. Definitely not trying to get into politics at all, so I'm going to avoid going there. But it's unfortunate because a lot of people are struggling just for regular everyday life. It's funny, during COVID, like after I kind of came back from my little hiatus there when the shutdown happened. When I came back, I think I was booked out for like 9 or 10 months, like close to a year. I could not, I was booked completely solid. As soon as I said, hey, I'm tattooing again, my books filled up. And I was like that for maybe 2 years. And it kind of, it was cool because it was like, well, I know I'm making all this, I definitely have money coming in for the next like year. But then at the same time, it kind of sucked because the people that came in talked to me about their idea. I like kind of forgot who the people were, like what they looked like. It was kind of bizarre. But within the last, I would say 2 years now, that like booked out for that long has dwindled down to about a month now. Or like, I mean, honestly, if you want to do something small, I can get you in like next week. So it's kind of funny how things have drastically changed within the last 5 years. Thank God veteran disability isn't affected. Yeah, I agree. Even with the shutdown, you didn't have any problems? I was back in 06 when I was making $12.25 an hour, and that was good money back then. Yeah, dude. I remember I was like excited about getting a raise to $15 an hour working these warehouse jobs. I was like, oh my God, I'm rich. But now that's nothing. I kind of miss having those no responsibility jobs at times. Where you just clock in, you clock out, you don't think about work when you're not there. They do kind of suck the life out of you, though, after a while. I remember I worked as a janitor at one point when I was like 19 or 20 in this food facility, and all I did all day was like clean the racks they'd put the pallets of food on and sweep. That's all I did. And I lasted about 2 weeks before I quit because it was the most repetitive and boring job I've ever done. When I get back to Wilkes-Barre to visit my mom, I'm hitting Abe's in your place. Dude, that would be really cool. Message me like as soon as you find out when you're doing that, just so I can, make sure that I'm going to be around. That'd be really cool. I've been a diesel mechanic for the last 5 years. Dude, that's cool. Honestly, if I wasn't doing something artistic, I think I would be doing something along those lines, like working with my hands and building or fixing things. Maybe like welding or maybe like building houses or something like that. I feel like I would enjoy working with my hands like that. Do you enjoy it? I love what I do, but I'd rather be tattooing. Makes sense. I will say, though, like, tattooing is sick, and I really enjoy it, and I'm thankful that I do it. But some days, it is just another job. Like, you deal with your like annoying customers. They're not annoying, but I'm saying like you have annoying customers that you deal with, so you have to be like a customer service person. You have to do like admin work, and even like when you're tattooing, sometimes it just feels like just another day at a job, which is kind of funny because I mean, you're just drawing on people. But I will say it can get mundane sometimes if you don't like continue to try to be more creative. You really can become like a mundane tattooer and feel like it's just a job, if that makes sense. Because if you're just like ripping things from Pinterest or whatever that, walk-ins come in and do, it could feel like you become like almost like a Xerox machine. I've always wanted a tattoo. Had 6 months apprenticeship in 2016, but life got in the way. Yeah, dude, it's tough. You really have to like fully drop everything. It's definitely not easy. It's only 1 o'clock. I thought it was like almost 3. Nice. You guys hear about? I don't know if this is a rumor, but I heard somebody talking about Nike opening like a tattoo school or something like that. Or any of these tattoo schools. No, I only wear Chucks. Dude, Chucks hurt my feet. I got flat feet. I can't wear Chucks. I wish I could because they're cool. I don't even know if that was I don't know if that was like a rumor or whatever, but I don't know, somebody was on Instagram talking about it the other day and I kind of just scrolled past because I was like, wow, great. That's good. haven't heard about that. I mean, tattooing 101 isn't a bad place to learn from, to be honest. I just need more hands-on than teaching. Honestly, dude, like, any online course is not going to be enough. Like I post, like, technique videos and all that kind of stuff, but at the end of the day, like, is more so for entertainment and to talk about, like, what I'm doing than actually teaching somebody. Like, being hands-on, like you said, I think is the most important. Seeing how somebody moves and whatnot in real life to where you're able to ask actual questions and somebody's over your shoulder telling you what you're doing wrong, opposed to you just watching a video and figuring it out. Like, I don't know. All those tattooing class, tattooing school, it's like, I think it's just taking advantage of people that are enthusiastic about something, unfortunately. And I would guarantee somebody that, like, if you were to watch somebody that learned strictly from something like that, they're going to have so many bad habits. And it's unfortunate because a lot of people will get taken advantage of. I've seen some of these courses, they're like $6,000 or something crazy. And it's like you get basically a YouTube playlist. So I don't know. I forget what state it is. Is it Colorado that requires some type of tattoo school now for you to get into tattooing? And it's like a 3-week course or something. Is that the state? I don't remember. I've always been a hands-on person. Start doing something to help people with hands-on. It's only $60 a month. I mean, you got to be careful with any course. I've never seen that one, but they kind of prey on people. Oregon is the main place. Yeah. Which is so silly. Like, people take years to learn how to do things well. Ben Fisher. I'm not sure who that is. But yeah, like $1,000. I understand if you're paying for like a seminar. You go to a convention, you're like expanding your education, that kind of thing. But like a beginner's course, it just seems really predatorial to me, I guess I would say. It seems like you're taking advantage of people that are enthusiastic, because no matter how long you spend on internet videos, you're still, I don't know. I feel like people are just going to develop bad habits. Especially with like the thing in Oregon. Like, let me see how long those are. Because I'm pretty sure that that's only like a couple weeks. And then they're like, okay, you're ready to go. Let's see. Oregon Tattoo School. Requirements. Let's see. Oregon's Tattoo School requirements. You must complete a program of 360 hours that includes 210 hours of theory and 150 hours of practice experience, with the first 10 practical procedures required direct one-on-one supervision. That's crazy. So the first they only require 10 tattoos to be under supervision. So you're only getting 150 hours of practical experience, and there's 210 hours of you just like book learning, basically, like watching somebody. That's crazy. Whatever, though. It is what it is. Not to say good artists aren't going to come out of it. I'm sure that there are talented artists that are going to start like that. Like, I mean, I started doing stuff out of my basement. I'm not saying I'm talented, but a lot of people start in undesirable ways. So I'm definitely not trying to knock the people that are taking it, because I understand. But whoever's setting that law up or rule up, that's crazy. I'm on the border of North Carolina, South Carolina, licensed in both, and the requirements to be licensed are way different. Where I'm at in Pennsylvania, dude, there's nothing. You don't. The only rule is you can't tattoo somebody under the age of 16. If they're under the age of 18, you have to get parental consent. But, like, it's scary how different laws are everywhere. At least 10% of the United States artists have learned while in prison. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure. For sure. Just as somebody that has been tattooing for as long as I have, it's, I don't know. It's frustrating to see people get taken advantage of. Or, like, hyped up, like that Oregon thing, like, oh, you only need 360 hours and only 10 supervised tattoos, and then you're ready to go, bucko. Like, that's nuts. They're going to be jacking people up left and right. I have noticed, though, that within the last couple of years, there's been a very big boom of new shops in my area. I mean, there's a ton of shops in my area. Probably within a 2-mile radius, there's probably 15 tattoo shops. But out of those, 15 tattoo shops, I would be willing to bet within the next year, 5 of them are going to close. There's been this really high turnover rate, I guess you would call it, of new shops opening and then closing within a year or two. And then the main, more experienced shops are just still there. There's a lot of shops that are around here that have been around for like 20, 30 years, which is great because then people know, these are more established places. But these newer places have been popping up like crazy, and then they've been dropping like flies, which is expected. As a retired deputy, I've seen prison machines. Always enjoy watching them instead of busting inmates with them. I mean, at that point, dude, like, they're in prison. Like, what? If you bust them for trying to spend their time in, like, kind of a productive way, it's kind of shitty. But I'm glad that you kind of let them go. I have a couple prison guard clients, and they said that some of the work that comes out of prison is really, really nice that they get to, like, see. And they leave them go. Like, obviously they're not supposed to be doing that. But what else are you supposed to do in prison? Like, you have to better yourself. You have to learn something, stay productive, or lose your mind. And so, I mean, if people are trying to learn, be productive, and tattoo in prison, I think they should be provided with, like, safety stuff at least. My one client brings them gloves. I'm not going to say who, because I don't think she's supposed to do that. But I've had somebody that told me they bring the inmates gloves so they don't have to touch the blood. Smallest one I've seen would fix in a card box. Fit in a card box. Oh, the tattoo machine. I forgot what we were talking about for a second there. Oh, and Justin, by the way, what started that rant earlier about the tattoo schools, I definitely didn't want to like discourage you from like chasing what you want to do. It just pisses me off when people get taken advantage of that are actually like passionate about what they want to do. It just registered in my brain that I never like finished my complete thought. It's hard to talk and do this at the same time. Having like full complete thoughts while I'm trying to figure out what I want to do over here. I definitely didn't want to come off as, you know, trying to discourage you in any way. I hope you figure it out. Understood what you meant. Trust me, but yes, sir, there are a lot. Just learn. Yeah. Cool. I just didn't want you to think like I was like putting down like people that are trying to learn. I'm not, because obviously you're trying to take steps to do that, and I didn't want you to think that. Irish, am I gonna sell this flash? If you want to buy it, I'll sell it to you. If you guys want some of this, I can get prints made. I did put some flash up on my site. It's a set of 5. I think I put it up for like $30 or something like that. They're on, I want to say 6x8 pages. They're full color, and it's a set of 5. They're all the same kind of style. But yeah, $30 plus shipping. If you want some of my flash, those are available. If you do want this, I can get prints made. There's a really good print shop right down the street, and that's who I use. All right, let's keep the skeleton key like that, I think. That's actually a good deal for 5 pieces. I agree, dude. I had them priced higher, but number one, people don't have money to spend. Number two, if somebody wants to enjoy my art, it was not that expensive to get the prints made. I don't need to make $1 million on them. I would just, if somebody really wants to, you know, enjoy my artwork, I'd rather them have access to it and be able to, you know, have it. Let me go get them. I'll show you the 5 pieces of flash. Let's see. All right, so this is a display. This is a display that I made for a convention. So I was selling them for 15 each, 50 for the full set, which was cool at the convention, but I don't know. Like, if I'm just selling them, I don't mind selling them for a bit cheaper, but this is the full set. I worked on some of these on stream a while ago. Kind of hard to show all of them. Let me see. Can I zoom out more? Oh, there we go. But this is not the price. I think it's $30 plus shipping for all 5 of them, and they are 6x8. What kind of paper is this, or the print? Both are cardstock. This is this kind of paper. It's just at Michael's. Mixed media. I like it because it kind of, when you shade, it gives you like natural texture. I don't like the smoother paper. I used that and then I stained it with coffee if you could see that. My last tattoo convention, they were selling one print for $40 a piece, and they were 8 by 11. Yeah, I mean, that's common. Definitely not knocking people that do that, but when I put them up, I was thinking, like, I don't know. People don't have a ton of money to spend. If I'm going to sell something, I'd rather, like, provide value and somebody feel like they gained something from our interaction outside of me just taking their money. Like, sure, I could sell it for more, but I'd rather for the people that enjoy it and want it, I'd rather them feel like they got something, you know? Later, Irish. I like using Canson watercolor paper, 140 pound 9 by 12. Nice. I've never used that kind. I guess we'll do the skull candle now. See, can I turn this in a little bit more? There we go. Do you use watercolor for your flash, or are you doing colored pencil? I feel like I have better control with colored pencil. I think watercolor looks really nice, but I haven't spent enough time with it to feel like I'm good at it. And I think colored pencil gives me more of like it feels like I'm more so tattooing. Like I use the same motions, almost. I need to do Halloween themed flash, so maybe get more people interested. I haven't been able to draw much since my daughter has been born. Use color pencils. Nice. Yeah, you gotta use the seasons to your advantage. Halloween's definitely like people get very interested in Halloween stuff. I honestly haven't been doing a ton of Halloween stuff. I've done a couple, and I have a couple booked, but honestly, I've been doing a ton of anime and like American traditional stuff. I started this big panther back piece. I posted a video about it maybe like, I don't know, a week ago. But I'm really excited to continue that. He was dying towards the end on the outline, so I told him, I was like, we can take, you know, as little time as you need or as much time as you need to do the shading. We can break that up, but the outline, we got to get that all in at once. I've never been tattooed more than maybe 3 hours at a time and only have 3 tattoos that were professionally done. Well, it's an adventure to get tattooed for a while. breaks you down. I think the longest I've ever been tattooed was like maybe 6 hours, 5 hours, something like that. I feel like my sweet spot is like 4. Like I'm good. And then my pain tolerance starts saying, hey, buddy, what are you doing? Some of my clients are so tough, though. They'll just sit there. They don't move. They don't care. I'm over here like, are you okay? I had a half sleeve done in like 3 hours freehand. That's exciting. That's fast. What'd you get? Biomechanic Design, my last name with Thor's hammer, area code of where. That's a lot, dude. All black and gray, with the rose having a little blue in it. It's a lot to be done in a 3-hour sitting. The one I did on my thigh, which goes from the top of my knee to the middle of my thigh, took me 5 hours of outlining. Yeah, dude, that'll happen. Especially on yourself. Start moving a little slower. I like to tattoo myself maybe like once a year. Remind myself what I'm doing to people. That's actually coming up. I just realized that I tattooed the bottom of my foot about a year ago. I think it was in November of last year that I did it. So I got to put a video out about how that's healed and aged after a year. But I'll tell you what, I got some weird messages after I posted that video. This one guy offered to buy me shoes because he liked my feet. And then he wanted me to make a video of me tattooing my other foot for him. And he was going to like pay me for it. And he said, how much? And I was like, oh, this has to be a joke. So I said like 30 grand or something. He's like, well, why so much? I was like, because I'm not into that, dude. If you want to pay me 30 grand, sure. I'll tattoo the other bottom of my foot and I'll film it. And I thought about it a little bit more and I was like, I don't want to do that at all. This dude is just into my feet and I do not like it. And I blocked him. I'm not going to say what his Instagram handle was because I don't want anybody to harass him. But it was feet themed. And I laughed a lot about it. It's 2 roses with a coil machine. I did on top of my foot. Doesn't stay well because of all the sweating. Huh. Feet are painful, dude. I hate getting my feet tattooed. I want to get like the tops of my feet going up the fronts of my ankles done. But when I got the tops of my feet like and my toes done, I felt like I was going to throw up and I don't want to do that again. I don't know. So I don't know if that's going to happen, but I would prefer not to get the bottoms of my or the tops of my feet done again. The main annoyance for me was my foot was twitching. That is a big thing for sure. Feet have a lot of nerves in them, and people like to scoot around a lot. I feel like at the beginning of my tattooing career, like in my apprenticeship, everybody wanted their feet tattooed. I don't think I've tattooed somebody's foot. Well, I mean, I tattooed the bottom of a couple people's feet. But, like, I haven't tattooed the top of someone's foot in years. I used to do the top of someone's foot probably, like, once a week for years when I first started. And then all of a sudden, people don't want the tops of their feet done. I think everybody realized it hurts. They don't want it. So I would have to take a little break, then continue. Yeah, that makes sense, dude. The top of the feet are no joke. It just feels like fire. Or maybe it was just a trend. A lot of people getting the tops of their feet done. And that's why I did a lot of them. I don't know. Whatever it is, I'm glad it kind of stopped, though, because some people don't like to shower or take care of themselves. And it's like trying to tattoo somebody with their sweaty foot in your face is not the best. Figured it would have been more ankles that you would have done more. I mean, yeah, ankles for sure. But I feel like tops of the feet, like I was doing so many tops of the feet. Maybe I stopped tattooing so many because I stopped posting like the feet that I did. Yeah, that's why it died out. I mean, the more that you post that you do, then those people, like those kinds of clients, will be attracted to you. So maybe I stopped posting feet pictures, maybe. I don't know. I'm getting hungry and I'm starting to get distracted. I don't know if I'm finishing this today. What time is it? 1:30. I think I'm gonna finish this. Maybe I'll do the spy. Maybe I'll finish it. I don't know. We'll see. I like this melting skull. He's cool. I don't think I should have done that. See if I could erase it. I don't think I'm going to be able to. I find that dabbing this works a little bit better with these like gummy erasers. Sometimes, not this time. like it. No shading there instead. Who as an artist has been most influential? Probably my mom, to be honest with you. She is a fine arts oil painter, and growing up and seeing somebody be artistic like that all the time, I would probably say my mom, to be honest. She's an incredible painter. What about you? Who's been the most influential artist for you? Have you tried the green stencil paper? No, I like the purple. Give me that purple. That purple stuff. I don't want any other colors because I like it being dark and very bold and being able to see it. I know some people that like to use the red, so it's easier for you to see where the lines are, but I'm just so used to the purple, and I don't know. I like it being bold. I'm used to it. What about you? Have you tried it? Is it good? For me, it's a mix of artists that have been influential for me from the early 2000s. The main one that comes to mind would be Rogers. Nice. Yeah, it's best to keep the purple green even when drying on fake skin for 2 days. The thing came off non-existent first dab. Dude, I don't know. Fake skin, all fake skins do that. They just erase like so fast. I tried to do a clear coat once on one and it still didn't work. Dan, I've only used the original stencil papers. Yeah, I'm going for purple stencils all the way. I've seen a lot of people that like wipe the stencil with like alcohol or green soap or whatever after it's dry to lighten it up. I don't understand that, dude. Like, I get you want to see your line a little bit better, but I think that's the whole point, is having it dark. So for especially larger stuff, like for something like this, okay, whatever, you wipe it, you're gonna be outlining fast. But like for like a half sleeve or like a large outline, I want that thing to last as long as possible. I don't want it easy to wipe away. Especially I put a lot of like shading marks and like reminders of where it'll be, and throughout the tattoo it definitely like fades, so I wouldn't want to give it a head start. Did you guys ever try those clear stencil papers? It's like almost like a plastic. So in that way, if you're like placing something in like a smaller gap, it's easier. You're able to see through it. I realized I bought it a while ago and never used it. It was just like below all the other stencil papers I have. But I don't know. I feel like I'm just used to using regular stencil paper, and putting it on isn't really a like issue. I think that's a pretty cool idea for like a really tight spot. Wow, the genre change is crazy. I don't know if you guys can hear this music. We were just listening to like blues-ish rock. And now it's like Middle Eastern music. We do a bit of poly jamming. Well, the problem with like putting music on these streams is you'll get copyright strikes or whatever if you put like radio music on or any other music that's from like Spotify. So I pay for a music service that's copyright free music, but the problem is number one, I don't know any of the artists or songs, and number two, some of them are just wild. Some of the music you find on here is pretty good, and for background music it's fine, but I would much rather be able to say like, hey, let's listen to this artist or whatever, but YouTube doesn't like that. So we're going global today with our music. Earlier we were listening to some pretty cool funk music. Cool. I like him like that. If you use independent artists that don't have any label, their name, you can get away with things. Yeah, I've thought about that as well. Like my buddy's band, I've been trying to support a lot. Actually, if you guys want to go listen to them, it's called So Much Hope Buried. They're really good. But the one thing I've thought about is like, what if they do eventually get signed to a label and then this video lives forever on YouTube? Is that going to be an issue for me? But this is my buddy's band. Go check them out. Oh no, I'm revealing on stream I don't follow them? How don't I follow them? That's weird. I thought I followed them. Well, now I'm following them officially. Are they following me? No. Hopefully they follow me back. But yeah, go check them out. They have really good stuff. Very interesting genre mixes. I don't really know how to describe them, but in the one song, it's like a heavier breakdown, and they play a saxophone in it, which I think is super sick. All right, that's what we got so far. Be moving on to the spider in a second. Is on now. Table wouldn't be able to keep any music for... Oh, the label. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Oh. Yeah, go look them up. So Much Hope Buried. They're on... I'm pretty sure like all major streaming platforms. I've listened to them on Spotify before. Just drew out a quick ghost face design. Nice. Send it to me on Instagram. I'll show everybody on the stream. If you don't know my Instagram, it's right there. All right, send that to me if you want. Give me 2 minutes. I'm going pee, and I'll be right back. I'm gonna write a little note for new people that says "Gone pee," BRB. All right, 2 minutes. Alright, I'm done peeing. I did get a snack, though. Missed the band name. It's So Much Hope Buried. Here, I'll show you. That's what they are on Instagram. An email to send it to me? Sure. Booking Tyler Nicholas at gmail.com. I'll show you. Right there. Alright, after my protein bar, I'm going to keep going. My God, I'm starving. I gotta finish this quick. All right. Protein bar. Done. I also got this other spider done first. I really like the way this is turning out, though. I feel like I was so loudly chewing, so I'm sorry if I was. Those protein bars are so sticky. Did you ever try one of these? These RX bars? They like stick to your teeth and they're hard to chew. It's not the greatest, but found that band on Spotify. Nice. Yeah, they're really good live as well. They really give it their all. And they're not even paying me to say that either. There's definitely clips online of that sax solo that I was talking about, though. They're hella chewy. The protein bars. Dude, it's still stuck in my teeth. But I feel like all the other protein bars, they just have so many like garbage ingredients in them. And I'd rather just eat a candy bar if I'm going to eat something like that. There's this liquidation store like down the street from my shop. And I guess they do like buyouts of closing stores. And they have so many protein bars there. And they're all like 75% off. And I buy massive amounts of them so I don't run out ever. I actually have to go back there because I'm almost out. But they had a ton of those ones. And I was like, well, I guess these are the ones I'm eating for the next month and a half. They had these really good peanut butter ones. No. They were peanut butter and jelly. Why is this not focusing? It is focused. The peanut butter and jelly ones were really good. If you guys listen to that band, let me know what you think. I'll give them feedback. I'll be like, they like you or they think you suck. I'll make sure to relay the information. Listen to all types of music besides jazz. Yeah, dude. Somebody literally just told me that the other day. I don't mind jazz, but like I don't want to put it on right now. I feel like I'm like that with country. I'm not a country kind of guy. I like country to where they actually like tell a story and it doesn't sound like everything on the radio. Like I love Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson's sick. I can't get down with the country that is mostly out now. There's this one, I don't know, maybe they're like bluegrass, something like that. But they're called The Devil Makes Three. I like them a lot. They kind of have a more, it's not country. It's kind of as close as I like to get to country though. I've been on a really big Lamb of God kick lately. I feel like they're my all-time favorite metal band. I found them when I was in like 7th grade, and I was like, oh my god, this is incredible. And I still listen to it and think the same thing. I'd play PlayStation 2 and just jam Lamb of God as loud as I could in my room. I'd love to see them in System of a Down live. Not in the same show. I mean, that'd be cool in the same show, but I don't think they would play. Oh, Lamb of God and Slipknot in 2006. That was like their peak. Well, maybe not their peak, but they were really awesome back then. They're all old now. Both Slipknot and Lamb of God. I remember finding Slipknot maybe, I don't know, 8th grade or 9th grade. And I was watching their live videos in the library at school with my little headphones on. And I remember that being such like a crazy thing to see. I'm 37 and Corey Taylor is only 10 years older than me. Well, I mean, they're not 20 anymore, you know. That's what I mean. They ain't young men. I mean, dude, we're getting old. 37, like, we're getting there. But no, I get what you're saying. We aren't old. We're just getting seasoned. Yeah, we're like a good old leather belt, a trusty leather belt. I did realize, you know, within the last couple of years, like, I'm not young anymore. Like, having, you know, a group of 18-year-old kids come in here and I have, like, almost nothing in common with them. It's kind of a realization when you're tattooing all these younger kids. It's like, oh, wow. Like, okay, I'm not part of that crowd at all anymore. I'm not even close. Which I would prefer, to be honest with you. I feel bad for younger kids now. I feel like I'm enjoying becoming seasoned, like you said, Justin. Like, I feel young. Like, I feel like it's all your kind of like mental state. Like, my grandmother, before she died, she was still just as lively and like she acted very immature, which I think, like, even in old age, I think is important, you know, keeping that like younger mindset. I get it. When my daughter was 5, and the things she talked about sometimes were still in the 90s. My son the other day referred to the 90s as, oh, that happened in the 1900s. And I was like, bro, like, you're making me sound like I had to go get water out of a well with a pail when I was a kid. The 1900s. It's called the 90s, buddy. Yeah, we're from a different time. Like, I went to the mall recently with my family, and it's like a complete ghost town. And we went on a Saturday night. There was maybe 20 people total there. Everything was completely empty. Everybody in the stores were just like sitting on their phone. They didn't even greet you when you walked in. The shelves were like fully stocked and there was like nothing happening at all. It's sad. Yeah, dude, he had me laughing. The 1900s. It's like this foreign land long, long ago kind of story now. Or like, I don't know if you guys played the new Battlefield 6. I was really excited about it because I love Battlefield 5. So I took the day off of work and I decided that I was going to go to Walmart at 6 in the morning to buy the game because, I don't know, it was the first game I was excited about in a really long time. And it just reminds me of being a kid, you know, going to like midnight releases and whatnot. And dude, I was literally the only person there. They didn't even have a Battlefield display out or nothing. Like, I had to ask the guy at the counter. I was like, hey, like, where's Battlefield? And he looked at me and said, oh, it's out today? And then he went behind the counter and literally unsealed the box and gave me the first copy out of it. And it was like, that's so sad. Like, a really hyped up game, everybody just pre ordered, and like, there's no like physical excitement about getting this thing anymore. Like, there's no build up. It's just, oh, you get to pre order it, download it, and you just have it when it comes out. But yeah, I went to Walmart 6 o'clock in the morning, and I figured there would be like, you know, guys my age waiting for it. Nope, there was nobody. I was the only one. Wish I could play Battlefield 6. Need a new gen console. Oh, dude, that sucks. I had to upgrade to the new Xbox because I don't remember. I think mine like was just moving real slow, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna buy it. It was on sale like 2 years ago. I saw that they just went up in price. I think they're like $550 for the new Xbox, even though it's like 5 years old. I don't know. I'm not a big gamer person, but I have been trying to take time to play just to try to decompress and not always think about work and stuff I have to do. So I have been playing it more often, but I'm definitely not like a gamer. Not like I was anyway. When I was a kid, I played all the time. It's crazy. I'm a gamer person, and some of today's technologies are crazy, but it's not the excitement we had when we were kids. No, it's kind of, I don't know. I agree. Maybe it's just because we're the old guys now. You know? Like, we get excited about the kind of stuff we were excited about, and we like what we like, and that's not really what's out right now. Hey, what's going on, dude? How are you? All right, spider finished. Second spider finished. So that's what we got so far. We just gotta finish the pumpkin spice latte. We're pretty much done with this. All right, let me sharpen my pencil one more time. We'll keep going. $203. Not bad, not bad. Whoops. Wrong way. There we go. You are a secret artist. I don't know what that means, but thank you. I sent you the pencil drawing of Ghostface. Let me see. Do you care if I show it on stream? We'll share with everybody what it looks like. I don't think you sent it to the right email, dude. I didn't get it. It's supposed to be booking Booking Tyler Nicholas at Gmail. Here, I'll type it in the chat so you can see it. I put a space in there because I don't know if YouTube gets weird about putting email addresses in there. What does a secret artist mean? I like it. I'm just curious. All right, let's start shading this. Hey, I just stuttered. Hey, keep the content up. You are really a secret. How am I secret? But I appreciate it. Thank you. Muscle emoji. Just sent it. All right, let's see. Nice, dude. So Justin is working on a ghost face drawing right now. That's cool. What are you outlining that with? Micron? Then you're going to shade it with colored pencil? Micron 0.8. That's what I outlined this with as well. I like that line weight. It's nice to put like enough detail in it, but it's not too thin. I would prefer the Micron 1 though. I really like how chunky that is, but you can't really like do anything that's too tight. Julian, you don't have enough popularity for your work. You know, I mean, I'm also tattooing, but like the high level of tattooing you have is crazy. Dude, thank you. I appreciate it. If you, where are you tattooing at? You have Instagram or something? I'll show people your work. If you want. You don't have to. But thank you. That means a lot. I just never heard that expression before, but I like it. If I would use Micron 1, would be for designs for 11 round liner. Yeah. I like making them real chunky. But for the majority of people, they don't want super thick lines. I am, though, always trying to push people towards that. I'm like, it would be really cool if we made it look like it's a Sharpie writing on you. As the old saying goes, old will hold. You are right, bud. You are right. You are right. I definitely went from, like, in my apprenticeship, I started out with more like American traditional type stuff. And then I got really interested in black and gray. And I did that for a few years. And then people really started to like the fine line stuff. And then just seeing my work throughout the years, I just like the way traditional holds up. Not that the black and gray doesn't hold up well, but like I really enjoy that stronger look. I'll tell you what, though, you start to see tattoos come back after 10 years. You're like, oh boy, sorry about that. When you first start out, some of the tattoos are, I mean, people know, they're signing up for an apprentice tattoo, but some of the people that have stuck with me throughout the years, I'll see these tattoos after after I did them in my apprenticeship. I'm just like, oh shit, my bad. But the majority of people, they know what they're signing up for when it comes to an apprentice tattoo. For me, I like trad and some realism, but even when my realism, I still do outlines. Yeah, I mean, the outlines make things bold unless you really know how to use heavy contrast. And you don't need to use line work. You're basically just using the contrast as the thing to hold it all together. Which that's what I do in my like black and gray work. But I would prefer to outline things. I just think it looks better. Went outside the line again. I got the steam done. Also, the great thing about using watercolor paper is that it's thick enough, nothing will bleed. It holds up a long time. I agree. This is a thick cardstock as well. The watercolor paper is nice. The thing I like about going live and doing this kind of thing is like my brain would have had me doing like 5 other things, and I probably would have only shaded maybe 2 of the designs on this sheet if I wasn't having this in front of a camera. So I guess it's like a little bit of accountability, like people are watching, so I might as well continue. But if I didn't have a camera on, I would be, who knows what I'd be doing, bouncing all around, doing whatever. All right, for anybody that is just joining, this is what we got so far. We're almost done. Let us continue. At least with this live, did one flash design for my Halloween flash. Oh, sick. I feel like within the last 2 years, I've been more motivated to do like physical flash. I got very lazy with iPad flash, where it's a lot easier to do and easier to put out. But I missed the physical flash feeling. I think it looks way cooler. then you get to hang it on your wall. I know you can like print iPad drawings and whatnot, but I don't like the digital look as much as I like physical. I feel like there's little imperfections in the physical copies, and I think it makes them look cooler. I'll tell you what, the pressure's on now. I finished everything but this one. If I mess it up, I have to start over. I think I brought the black out a little too far. I think that's the end of the playlist. KJ, what's up? What's going on? Here, I'll show you what we're doing. And I gotta put the music back on because the playlist died. Almost done. Be right back. Oh, I'm not going pee. There's my pee sign. Almost done. Well, I still gotta do background, but I'm not gonna do that today. Just gonna shade these in. Do I want to put shading in the top of the pumpkin? I don't know. Charcoal. Nice. I feel like I get too messy when I do charcoal, but I do love charcoal. It's fun to work with. But for something like this, I feel like I would be such a mess. used to get Koh-i-Noor charcoal pencils and General Art Supplies. I've never heard of Koh-i-Noor. That's the brand, I'm guessing, right? Koh-i-Noor. Cool. Well, I'm not the best at spelling either. It's all good. Oh, yeah. I think I'm done. Done for the day. What do you guys think? I'm happy with it. I'm debating on whether or not for the background if I do like dots or something like that. I don't know if I want to do that though. I kind of like the way that the coffee stains fill in the background. What do you guys think? When live streaming while actually tattooing. I never do that just because like concentrating on this is difficult. You know, like tattooing, I want to make sure to give them a my 100%. I don't want to be like trying to pay attention to a live stream unless I were to have somebody here to like help me handle the live stream, but I'd like to, but also at the same time, I kind of have like really inappropriate conversations that might make YouTube mad. And I don't want to do that because I like to be on YouTube. So I don't want to like have my client and I have to like think about, oh, okay, no, this is going to be on the internet forever. But thank you, KJ. I appreciate it. I'm glad you like it. Looks good. You mean filler designs, like little stars in that? Yeah, just kind of like little dots, or maybe I'll even do like little spiders or something. But I kind of like that there's nothing to take away from these designs. I kind of like the way they look just like this. But yeah, or KJ, I totally would live stream while I'm tattooing. I don't know. I know that my clients and I would most definitely forget, and we'd probably say some things we shouldn't say on the internet. All right, I'm gonna sign this before I get off. What I like to do is I like to draw my signature on a piece of paper and then trace it, because I've messed up my signature so many times and I don't want to do it on something that I just took a while to do. So let's try this out. Let's see. I think I'm going to do my signature and the year here. And then I have like a little, I don't know, like watermark symbol or whatever you want to call it, like logo that I'll do right here. Let's see. We'll do it here and here. And then the year here. Let's do this. Let's see. See, I already would have messed it up. So maybe I'll do a swoop. Do I like the swoop? Maybe. We'll see. Cool. So that's what that'll look like. Awesome. Now I know where it'll go. I just trace it. Let's see. I think that'll look good there. Cool. Signature complete. Cool. Let's put this on, and we'll call it. All right, we're done. We did it. Let's zoom out. All right, what do you guys think? Do we do an all right job? I don't have prints of this available, unless you guys want them. You guys message me, let me know if you want prints of this. This is just kind of going up in my shop. But if you go to my website up here, tylernicklausart.com, I do have a 5-print set of full color flash, I think for $30. So, well, plus shipping. So if you want to go check that out, cool. If not, I appreciate you guys hanging out. Yeah, send me another. Here, before I get off the stream, Justin, send me the picture so I can show everybody. I think that might be kind of a cool concept if we all were to, if we were all to do some type of artwork, you know, while I'm on stream, and then you guys can send it to me and we can, you know, have some type of like community art display. Yeah, I appreciate you guys all hanging out. This is what these sketches started out as. Those, and then do I have another one? No, I was sketching a beer mug. I do have these ones that I'm working on right now. I don't want to show you guys just yet. Maybe I'll just show you a corner of it. But it'll be more of like a themed sheet. And I think I need maybe 2 more designs for that in my book, and then I'll be ready to get that onto paper. Now let's see. Justin did his ghost face. Nice, dude. So Justin's been hanging out the whole stream, talking. That's what he's working on. Looking good. He's doing it with the same size pens and colored pencils, I believe. Are you sitting outside in that picture, dude? Is that like the pavement, or is that your carpet? I couldn't tell. All right. I'm going to go eat some stuff. It's 2:45 already. I think we started this stream at like 11 something. It's my house. Oh, you have good lighting then. It looks like it was like outdoor lighting on the ground. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys hanging out. Thanks for chatting with me the whole time, Justin. I appreciate it. I'm gonna try to do this soon again. It's just kind of hard to organize these sometimes when I'm busy, but yeah, appreciate you guys. See you later.